Hello.
So now we're in the Warren.
Yay, I like the Warren.
As do I.
It's my favorite.
I think they have by far the most interesting city to explore. Like, just mostly from what they add to it, not the city itself by itself necessarily.
I mean, it has the most obvious landmarks, I'd say. Well, discounting the third island, which has a very obvious landmark, which we'll see when we see it. But this has the police station, and it has a canal section, and I like the canal section.
I forgot about the canal section.
Well, canal's overselling it.
I just like the little, the little, homeless, what's the word, ghettos,
Hovels.
I guess, they've built everywhere. The shanty towns they've built all over the city. I really like those.
This also fits with what Zeke said. Now we have the best. Now fucking traveling is so much better.
Yes!
Yep.
Now traveling is 300% better than when we started.
Seriously, the combination of the grinding and gliding is just so well done.
Oh, it's beautiful. The momentum carries so good.
I mean, they could have straight up, omitted every other ability aside from your basic lightning bolt and these two, and you would have still had a really good game, just because of how fun it is to use these two.
Yeah. Oh man, everything is so good. And then you come out here and all the enemies are already in the war. It's like, yes, we've given you the best ability, now relish in your enemy's pain. Here's a new gang. This makes them look like complete fucking idiot pushovers, but they're not. They're slightly tougher.
I guess I understand why they do it now, because they weren't really expecting coal. But later on, when they are expecting coal, why would they play around in the water? Like, you're fighting an electrical dude.
It's fun. I mean, how often are you gonna get to play around in the sewers?
God. I just love Cole's line there, traveling in style. He knows this is the best. Even Cole, who's kind of stoic in this game, if you're playing him good for the most part, he's just like, yeah, this is cool. I like it. And then I fuck up.
Just skipping that section.
Cole just wants to take a bath himself.
Hey,
Ooh,
these guys
I think
like
we just
the water.
saw one of the Warren conduits, or at least because they had the rocket launcher.
No, it wasn't a conduit. We don't get to see those till later. But yeah, I just accidentally shut down the first rocket launcher Warren guy. Yeah.
Good job, too.
Because
I
I
did a
believe the
great job.
conduits have rocket launchers too.
Oh yeah, they do. But they also have a lot more armor. We'd have seen him because they are way more noticeable. All
They
the
were
conduits in this
huge.
game stand out really well.
What is exactly this machine trying to do? Is it like trying to sweeten up the smell of the sewer?
Yes.
Well, I imagine it's distributing something, but it doesn't want it to just collect in one spot, so it's trying to spread it out.
It's a Glade air freshener.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. For breezing it up in here.
It's a sewer, you know. You gotta make it comfortable for the 0 people working down here.
Maybe that's why you never hear Cole or anyone else complain about it, because it actually smells like flowers down here.
Oh, it's
Febreze
lovely.
smells awful. Let's just be honest, though.
I've never actually used it.
Yeah, I don't care for it. But hey, if you're using Febreze, it's better than whatever you're Febrezing.
What are you doing, Snake?
I'm waiting for that to come to me. I mean, that doesn't take my charge energy away or nothing, so I'm cool. Look at that I love that little shuffle.
Practicing his tap dancing.
The electric boogaloo. Okay, those tendrils hanging from the ceiling still seriously freak me out, though.
Well, I think we came to the conclusion it's algae.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I would not want to be touching those.
But Cole's fine. He just any liquid that lands on him from just sizzles off, which is probably not that encouraging. An
That
image.
would be a neat effect, if it was raining in the game, if you saw little, electric sizzles on Cole
that
from the
would
rain
be
touching him.
great.
Probably hurt like hell.
I would assume it would just feel like flicks.
Well, has some degree of immunity to it.
Yeah, I suppose because he has to drink.
He has water in his body, just inherently by being a human.
Everything tingles on the way down.
Actually, that would be interesting. Would Cole just straight up always feel kind of staticky because of the water in his body?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just wondering, is he boiling on the inside? Obviously
Well, he
not.
said he can,
Obviously not.
feel himself, surging with energy. Maybe that's it, it's the water.
I kind of choose to believe he's more energy than man at this point, so it doesn't really matter.
He bleeds lightning if you cut him open.
Either that or his period.
Oh, I don't think there is any build. I do not remember any building in this game called the Chummy Chicken.
Oh my god, I would so eat at a restaurant called the Chummy Chicken, though.
I think I've
yes.
mentioned this several times in, like, commentaries, but around my area there are three, like, they're not a chain or nothing, there are 3 different chicken shops. No, there's only 2, sorry, one went, but there's 2 Polish fried chicken, and it's got the same, like, near enough the same logo. It's just PFC.
Oh, that's great.
There's somewhere around here. There's a Kennedy fried chicken, which I think is topical because of that Kennedy quote in the last part.
I'll try and find
No, don't take cover. This is my dumpster.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Who are we trying to find?
Dwight's dead, Zeke.
Dwight.
Someone really
Well, we just got
messed
2 missions to search for 2 different people, but I'm doing the Dwight mission first. We could do both anyway. At first I thought it was actually a choice, and I kind of panicked like, oh god, I'll have to do one in the evil route now. I completely forgot.
There's something deeply wrong with you, Zeke.
Aside from the conspiracy
I
theorizing...
do like how this mission is investigate a murder so Zeke can get laid.
To be fair, I like how Cole's saying you're messed up when he slaughters all these people anyway. Collateral, who cares?
Oh man, I'm the best electric wingman.
Hard to make out. Looked like a man and a dog or something.
Oh, yes.
This is the conduit, or his outline anyway.
I say it's a cool design. I like just how massively bulky they are. God, their legs are tiny though.
Wait. Why are they casting a shadow?
Shut up.
He's psychically reading the electric residue of the shadow. That's not the shadow, that's the silhouette of the shadow.
What?
and Cole's mind can't actually see it, but it can see it, so it just translates into what Cole would understand to be a shadow. And also, I like how the shadow gets out of the way of the moving car. I know, so good.
Oh, this guy!
What are those posters supposed
Yeah,
to be for?
I was wondering where this guy was when I started the playthrough.
Which one do you like more? They're just as obviously different as his moral choices anyway, so...
Okay, look, the theme for these posters was black and white.
Do you want good hero or evil asshole?
Well, no, see, the way I approached it was thinking, like, loved or fear, do I want to be a bastion of hope for the people, or do I want to strike fear into the hearts of, like, the, you know, gangs and shit, so they're too afraid to come out? Like, Batman-type stuff.
Where's the one for Cole from the public angle, where it's just Cole going shopping or something? Like, with
Yeah.
a grey background.
Zeke is never gonna believe this.
Either way, like, the evil one strikes fear into citizens as well, because you look fucking evil as shit. The good poster
but-
says that as just as much to the gangs, just that, yeah, this guy is completely opposed to you. And these are great because they're complete pushovers, they're basically free
Gotta
XP.
be kidding me.
They're really fun to fight.
Yeah.
One thing I would have had a problem with the evil poster back there was that I wouldn't have gone with the motif of the skull, considering the Reapers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
You gotta think about your motifs when it comes to your posters.
I wonder if that guy is actually, like, Delzin's other brother.
You see, this is the problem of trying to put an ambush in a game with parkour and free roaming. It just doesn't play out like you'd hope.
I don't know, see, I kind of like that, you know, lots of times it would happen, but you can actually sneak around an ambush.
No, I like that as well. I'm just saying it's a problem on the bad guys' part. They haven't realized my freedom. I appreciate these things. I could have been an idiot and just walked straight into that turret.
Tate's primary goal was to use the technology of the time to unlock the...
I like how each of the different sections do have, like, noticeably different architecture, though.
Could be used to enhance the group's mental powers.
When Zeke says, man, this place looked like a shithole before the warring, you can see it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
the apartments are trashy, the buildings are bad, the canal section just looked like the sewer got up out into the city.
Not yet.
I think, you know how they say this was inspired by different cities? This one was inspired by Detroit.
Parts.
Like, straight up.
Also like how Zeke's already come up with a name.
Trash bagger. The
Did we
garbage
establish
man.
these are homeless people? Like, 'cause if they said their name out loud to us, we've just decided these guys were the hobos.
Well, if you're gonna go there, Eric, you might as well spoil the final boss of this area, Penn Jillette.
He's
Libertarian and all.
He's a Sonic conduit who shouts bullshit at you. It's great. You gotta dodge the Sonic blasts.
I mean, libertarians stick together.
I'm completely apolitical, so this is falling flat on me, but I'll gladly make jokes about libertarians.
Just all you need to know is that they don't make good lifeguards.
Fuck you.
I'm laughing and I don't get it.
It's a political comic. It's a really stupid one, too. That I got really mad at once, and Nikita keeps on bringing it up.
I'm surprised that guy didn't run away sooner, considering he has a fucking giant power pack on his back.
I have to say, while these guys were probably the biggest bastards in the game, like in terms of all the standard enemies, I really enjoyed fighting them.
Oh, they're fun. I actually, when I started recording this, I remembered, oh man, I only had fun against the Reaper Conduit. I was wrong. The most boring conduits are for later. This conduit is fun.
Yeah, I mean, just like fighting all the little crab dudes, you know, even though they're rocket launcher, just Jesus Christ.
Oh, damn.
I wanted him in the river. I want him in the river right now. No,
I have.
Like...
Yeah,
he's like a beach ball.
He is.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Fucking rail. This is why they... Yes,
oh my god!
Come on. No.
Don't
if you knock the car in, do you get XP?
No, you don't. No, but here's the thing, okay? Mob spawner enemies, I typically don't like them, but the mob in this game is so meaningless that it's not really a problem. They basically just give me some XP.
They have a cool design too. Like, I really like the yellow glowing stuff with all the garbage.
I took care of the guy that greased Dwight, and just so we're clear.
No, I better not take his giant modified rocket launcher off him.
Hey, I hear you, brother. I owe you a big one.
Yeah, so what's his game plan gonna be exactly? Hey, your brother was killed by this giant mob spawning freak. But don't worry, my friend on the other island sorted it out.
Yeah, he used his lightning powers to, like, tie him to the ground. It's all cool.
It's at this point that Dwight's sister slaps him and storms off.
I mean, who wouldn't want the Zeke?
This doesn't look
Okay,
good.
you're right there.
Trish, I think I found Roger. He must have done something to piss these guys off because they're all over.
That audio balancing was really weird.
Yeah, it came out of the left, which was... this game does that occasionally. With TVs and such.
Right. I like how they did that with Sasha's voice. I mean, it's not a very unique effect, but having her voice go from one speaker to the other.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
So now we actually got to use precision.
I have to say, I really liked head shooting the dustmen, especially the big burly ones like the conduits. Like, just the really hunched over, and they have these tiny little heads. It's really rewarding.
You're that guy, aren't you?
Not to mention, like, their hoods are sometimes square, which for some reason just makes it satisfying to headshot them, because it just feels so perfect to land within the square.
Stone Canal drawbridge.
Trish? She's stuck in the quarantine too.
Who
Afraid
voices
so.
this guy? His voice sounds really familiar.
Used to go camping with him.
Oh, sure, he does a pretty good job for a one-scene guy.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, what about Amy? She make it out?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she made it out alright.
Good. I hate to
She's
spoil the
history in the
here.
historic district. No, that was just me.
Yeah, that's kind of a... Why would he even say that? Like, for what purpose?
Just to comfort him?
But
Yeah,
does he
it's
not
like-
think he could find out?
I guess I don't think he anticipates to meet that engineer ever again.
Well, yeah, but, like, what if the engineer meets, like, Trish again?
The longevity of people in this city has been pretty bad so far.
I mean, I would imagine that this guy would talk to Trish at some point in the future. So
You fucking asshole.
No, he's never gonna go talk to Trish.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Even
I
though
don't know,
she's going to be on this island soon.
Sunday. Watch my back. This is gonna take a while.
He was so sad to hear that Trish was stuck in this shithole with him that he's not going to go and speak to her because it'll bring back painful memories of learning that she's actually here. So yeah, we get another defense section. Honestly, you don't get stranded on this island for very long.
Yeah.
So you can get back to the Neon pretty quickly and finish up any side missions you might have had outlined.
I think I definitely spent my most time on the Warren, though.
Actually, for this playthrough, I've mostly just found myself wherever the missions were at the time.
Right.
I honestly think I like the Neon the most out of all the districts. It's a well put together city, but the first area in Infamous 1 and 2 is the one I end up liking the most.
Guess they don't want the bridge open.
Well, we'll leave the discussion of Infamous 2's areas.
Yeah,
for
I'm just noting the coincidence of that.
Right. See, that's interesting because, like, my biggest problem with the series as a whole is I feel it has weak openings.
I'm kind of the opposite on that. I think the starting area is pretty strong.
I'm not saying the first island, but just the first, like, few missions before you really start to get all your powers.
Yeah, I get that. It's honestly the first time through is the easiest because you don't know what you're getting, but you do become dependent on movement shit, as we said earlier on. You just feel kind of incomplete without it. Like the game is actually bugged if you don't have it.
Right.
It's that kind of monumental to your movement.
The city was very much designed for.
You've got to be kidding me. Hydraulics on the other side aren't engaging.
It'd be great if there was an evil option, just end the mission now. Just like, well, fuck it, I can get across the bridge, so I don't give a shit.
Oh god, that would be great.
It's just, fuck you, got mine.
Try not to smash the bridge this time, Cole.
Hey, I won't get those lightning powers like that for a while.
On the south side of SC isn't engaging, and I need your help getting it online. Where are you?
Lou, that's such an engineer name.
But unless you're carrying a gun, I'm not going anywhere. Reapers are swarming all over this place.
Well, our guy's allergic to guns, so I guess we're screwed.
Wait, we're already in the Neon. What does he mean Reapers are swarming all over the place?
Well, Cole left for 5 minutes.
Oh wait, oh no, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I got Reapers and Dustmen mixed up. That was entirely my fault. And I apologize to both you, my fellow commentators, and you, the viewer, in fact.
You're mentally readjusting yourself so that now you're referring to all the enemies as Dustmen. You can't accept that we're already going to see some Reapers again. You just won't accept it.
Such a letdown.
Yeah, because Dustmen are so much cooler, and it's just like coming back to these guys. Like, I thought I was done with these folks.
What's
Just
even
move
their
on.
deal now that, like, Sasha's taken care of?
Those guys fast.
Well, they still got the tar in them. So now that they don't seem any more disorganized.
Well, I can't imagine they were particularly organized before.
It would have actually been really cool to like seen if after Sasha got destroyed, if like the Reapers just started like branching out. There'd be some good Reapers, some Reapers that broke free of mind control, some Reapers just doing random stuff, some passive ones.
Actually, I'm going to say this, because in the evil side missions, Sasha is still actually in the game, and she still talks to you telepathically, so you could argue that she's still commanding them, just not from here.
I suppose.
Yeah, because if you do all the evil side mission stuff, she is kind of your contact for them.
I like a bit of foreshadowing there, too, something we'll see a bit later in the game, with the Dustmen.
So yeah, the Reapers are still out in force. They just kind of lost their figurehead in physical form.
I don't know, I just really like the Dustmen. They have a neat aesthetic to them, a nice, like, whole sort of set of the stuff they do is cool, the stuff they build is neat. Two of my favorite missions of the game are in Dustmen buildings.
Yeah, you know how last part I loved, a couple of us guys said I loved urban fantasy stuff? The Dustmen also encapsulate another thing I love, which is just kind of obviously improvised shit being used to magical ends, like that.
Very true, yes.
If MacGyver took over an entire city.
And he was homeless, and just had some scrap metal, and a lot of time on his hands.
Actually, how do Reaper conduits actually work? Are they just like... I can't figure out a garbage conduit. That doesn't really make any sense in the world.
I just imagine it's like... It's just being, like, vaguely telepathic or magnetic and just holding all that scrap metal around you.
But it's not just metal, because they do some plastics.
Sorry, I'm using some stealth. It was pretty good stealth. Look, that guy got the posters up already over here. It's great.
Damn.
Well, if anything with plastics, you know, they can still get all staticked up.
I really want a plastic
they're
conduit in a
not
future
magnetic.
game. You have no idea.
I really want a glass one.
I really want an online multiplayer mode where you can choose between several different classes of conduits.
Oh god, that would be so cool. Unless the Dustmen count, though, it's actually interesting that we haven't gotten a straight-up metal conduit yet.
Tell Roger I'm on my way.
Are you talking about metal music or metal? Because both are great.
A conduit that controls the abstract concept, or just music
God damn it!
itself.
I was about to make that joke. I want an abstract concept conduit, like one who drains happiness.
No, I think that would be a legitimately cool thing. Like an emotion conduit.
Like the emotion meter from Fahrenheit. Just Cole's feeling slightly depressed now.
Actually, that would play in really interesting with the morality stuff, too. Like,
I was just imagining like a Peter Molyneux tweet. Which is just like, you have to make people happy to empower yourself by making them sad.
what the
Freak happened there!
Sorry, I went too energy being for a second and slipped through the physical world.
That's the only time I've ever seen Cole's abilities get through a chain link fence.
Oh god, it's beautiful. It's so good.
No, yeah, this game had a ton of glitches in it. When I played, I had some fun times.
See, I avoided them for the most part.
It's not a buggy game, really. That's like probably the biggest glitch I encounter in this playthrough.
I guess I was just unlucky then.
You were probably unlucky. I had the opposite way around. I hit a big glitch like that, and I only hit 2 when I was recording Ride to Hell. 2 or 3. It's been a while.
God, this guy's a coward.
He's got stuff to do, you know? It's post-apocalypse. People are busy.
He doesn't have electric powers.
In the post-apocalypse, everyone is rendered a neat, and they have their own things to do. And I wanted to roll under that, but you can't.
It would be really... That's one thing this game needs, like a slide. I mean, I know that would not make much sense with a roll, but...
Hmm.
I need to have my head examined.
Thanks for helping with the bridge.
It'd be great if there's like, you know, a frictionless electric slide.
Yes!
Oh my god, a power slide across, like, yes.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Like, you could power slide through enemies.
You just kick a few of them. It'd be so good for going through those little, dustman bug things. I can't remember, I don't know their exact name.
Oh, I know, it'd be like an upgrade of grinding on rails, where you could just basically grind anywhere.
Just not as fast.
Well, I would say not as continuously, I guess.
Yeah, like you'd lose momentum. I don't know, I feel like it should be lower, though. Like,
I'll give you a call
you
later
should
and
actually
see
be,
how
like,
things
sort of
go.
sliding, leaning backwards.
Hey Zeke, you still on the roof?
You know it, brother. Trying to hook up with Dwight's sister.
Because that's what we need to make the series more like the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise.
Which is what everyone clearly wants.
Clearly.
Clearly what the creator wants.
I mean, look at this. Chaos Spear.
I mean, Sonic is obviously a libertarian, so...
Yeah.
Now I'm making political jokes even I don't understand.
That was actually pretty accurate, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Getting some loving from the ladies. I get used to living like this.
You're not actually a superhero, Zeke.
You're just sponging
Yes,
off of
he
one.
is. Shut your face, Cole.
Change the fact.
Have you not seen his super speed?
Having these powers is exactly a walk in the park.
Walk. Zeke doesn't walk anywhere.
Not a walk in the park shows off his powers in front of Zeke.
It's not a walk in the park, it's an induction grind over the city, bitch! High five! I also have the power to memorize all these quotes about morality. I see them when I sleep. Bright sunny day.
Hey Moya, I'm making a run.
You know, those quotes are nice on the good playthrough, but on the evil playthrough, like,
I'll be in touch once.
it must feel like they're just rubbing it in your face that you're being a bad guy. No, they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself.
Oh no, big evil Cole has to put up with insulting quotes in his dreams.
What?
Do you feel like a hero yet?
I really wish, like, the final boss of the evil story was Cole attacking the developers himself for judging himself.
Talking about that frictionless slide.
I like Cole probably doesn't give a shit about what Zeke's saying. He's just enjoying himself right now.
Like, whoa. I couldn't get... Yeah!
That's so cool.
I'm not even listening, Zeke.
Oh man.
You gotta see this.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad, Zeke.
Can't listen right now, it's so
Are you
cool.
nuts? Folks might run when they see you, but
Oh, God.
not one of them would ever cross you. That's real power.
That's
been
real
enough to
power.
get me out of here.
All in good time, brother. Oh, crap. I gotta go. Dwight's sister, she's waiting, and she's very impatient. Short-tempered girl. I gotta go.
That's neat that this dialogue's different.